Okay, for the continuation of the module 4, I'll solve the fifth one problem. Okay, first I'll read the problem. A concrete beam of rectangular section 200-meter wide and 600-meter deep is pre-stressed by a parabolic cable located at an eccentricity of 100 mm at the midspan and 0 at the support. If the beam of span 10 meter carries a UDL live load of 4 kilonewton, find the effective force necessary in the cable for zero shear stress at the support section. For the condition, calculate the principal stress and density of the concrete is 24 kilonewton. So in this problem, this is rectangular section. So the rectangular section, the data is given, breadth is equal to 200 mm and depth is equal to 600 mm. So first job is to calculate moment of inertia. So what is the formula to calculate I? I is equal to BD cube by 12. They given in a problem, and they given the eccentricity. The eccentricity indicate this cable is not straight, so parabolic cable. So remember, if it is a parabolic cable, while calculating the stress, you have to include the angle. Theta will be formed. So you have to remember in mind. So located at the eccentricity of 100 mm at the midspan and 0 at the support. So this is parabolic cable having a eccentricity 0 at the support and 100 mm at the midspan. So the beam span is given 10 meter and UDL of 4 kilonewton. So my first job is to calculate the dead load. So how to calculate dead load? Dead load is equal to length into depth, 0.2 into 0.6 into density of the concrete is 24 the given. So dead load I calculated 2.88 kilonewton. So then what is the total load? So total load I have to calculate because they given the live load. The total load indicate whatever the load acting on the top of the top of the beam. That is 4 kilonewton is acting top of the beam. And what is the self weight of the beam? That is dead load. So total load is equal to dead load plus live load. So total load is comes 6.88 kilonewton per mm square. So this is the basic calculation you have to do by solving the problem. So how to calculate theta? Because why I am introducing theta means here, if it is a rectangular section is there, if the cable is straight like this, if the cable is straight like this, there is no form of angle. If the cable inclined like this, if the cable is like this is 0 at the support, like this, if the cable is parabolic, then you have to introduce the angle at the bottom or angle at the support. So what is the formula? This is the general formula you have to remember in exam. So I'll already differentiate the equation y. Actually, y expression is nothing but y is equal to 4e star divided by L square into Lx minus x square. Lx minus x square. So if I differentiate the equation, I'll get, see, like dy by dx 4e star divided by L square into, actually in the y expression Lx is there. Differentiate of dy by dx is L. So it will become L minus x square. Differentiate of x square is 2 into x. But this is the formula to calculate the dy by dx. So in exam you have to don't if you remember this formula is well in here. So dy by dx is equal to, you have to remember this formula. So in this formula, so what is the E star? What is the dip of the cable? Means what you call eccentricity at the center. Eccentricity at the center is 100 mm. They given in a problem. See, eccentricity at the support is midspan is 100. That is, if I convert into meter, 0.1 meter. So 4 into 0.1 meter divided by 10 square. Total length is 10 meter. 10 square into what is the total length is 10 meter. 10 meter minus 2 into the distance. Wow, where you calculating that is x is equal to 0, because I am to calculate the distance from the support condition. There is no value of x, because I am to calculate the value of dy by dx. So I substitute the value of x is equal to 0. Okay, if I substitute the value of x is equal to 0, I get dy by dx is equal to 0.04. So if the dy by, after this shear force at the 0 support, why I am calculating shear force? So shear force at the support, see, the P into sin theta, that will be force acting at the cable, and this is your shear force, because this is UDL. The reaction of the UDL will be load into length divided by 2. WL by 2 minus the P into sin theta, this will be force acting on the cable, because the cable is parabolic, and I will take shear force at the support condition. That support condition there is no force, that's why I'm substitute the value of 0. So after substitute all the values, see, The dy by dx is nothing but sin theta. We are assuming that dy by dx is equal to sin theta, and it is equal to 0.04. So if you substitute all the values, the unknown value of p can be calculated. The unknown value of p can be calculated. So after substituting all the values, I got p is equal to 860 kilonewton. So you already know this formula. What is the horizontal force acting on the cable? So here you already calculated the p value, and area you already know 0.6 into 0.2. So why I'm substituting all the values? 0 is nothing but we have to calculate the shear force at the support. In support there is no value of E and value. See, you have to calculate the principal stress at the support section. Calculate the principal stress at the support section. So in the support section there is no E value and there is no Y value. See, this is your rectangle section. If I am calculated at the center or mid span, I'll get the some E value. For the support condition, this is your support. For the support condition, for the support here, there is no E value, there is no moment and all. That's why I'm substituting this value is 0. I'm just calculating the Fx value. After finding the Fx value, I'm substituting the principal stress formula. I'll get the value sigma 1 and sigma 2. So sigma 1 value getting some positive value, and sigma 2 will be I'm getting negative value. So the last problem based on same pattern. Okay, I think this is enough for you, and remaining you can solve. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.